Preparing the perfect mate is easy. Finding out how to do it on your own is not so much. To me, it literally took a year to figure out the routine that can make my mate perfect every time. But you can do it way quicker, because now I'll give you a step-by-step breakdown of the process that if you repeat after me, it will take 2 to 5 minutes for you to get ready to drink mate for the whole day. This video is for you if you're preparing your first mate or if you want to perfect your technique. First, let's talk about the accessories. Look at your loose leaf yerba mate. It is either coarsely cut, often with pieces of wooden stems in it, or it is finely cut, containing only leaf. Keep that in mind because the preparation is a little different for the two types. For accessories, you need a gourd, which can be a dedicated mate gourd, but any cup smaller than 200 milliliters will do. Just make sure it has a relatively wide opening. You also need a bombilla, which is the metal straw used for sipping mate, preferably one with a spoon-shaped filter, and something you heat water in, and optionally a thermos bottle. If you have all of that, let's do the preparation broken down into 5 steps. First, I like to start with preparing my mate temperature water. People drink mate from 60 to as high as 90 degrees Celsius, and the best temperature to aim for is roughly 70 degrees Celsius or 160 degrees Fahrenheit. If you don't have an adjustable kettle, mix 1/3 room temp and 2/3 boiling water in your thermos, or for an easier but less accurate result, you can stop the electric kettle when it feels too hot to keep your finger on it. As you turn the kettle on, you can move on to the next step while the water is being heated. Now you need to add the yerba. Grab your gourd or cup and fill it halfway if you have a fine cut and 2/3 if you have a coarse cut yerba. I know this looks like a lot, but remember you will drink this portion over the whole day. Next, cover the mouth of your gourd with your hand and shake it at an angle for 5 to 10 seconds. If it feels hard to completely cover the opening with your hand, you can cover it with a flat plate or cover it partially and shake it carefully. Then gently turn it back and remove your hand, but keep it at an angle so that most of the yerba will remain piled up on one side. If it collapses badly, you can repeat the shaking, but if you have a coarse cut yerba, it likely will collapse anyway, but don't worry too much about it, I'll tell you in a minute how you can fix that. Now with the gourd in your hand kept at an angle, you need to steep it. As your water is currently heating up, it's a perfect source of warm water which gives you the best taste, but you can use room temperature or your 70 degrees Celsius water as well. Now your style of yerba comes into play. If you have a coarsely cut yerba, fill it 1/4 way with water and put it down on something that keeps a little angle, then leave it sit for 1 minute. If you have a finely cut yerba though, fill it halfway with water, then put it down the same way at an angle and leave it there for 5 minutes. This will make your leaves stick together, which is crucial for the next step. While you're waiting, your water will be heated up so you can put it in your thermos bottle. When time is up, grab your gourd again. Now you will place your bombilla. The philosophy of the mate is that after you put the bombilla in your gourd, you do not move it around nor stir with it, it's fixed into one place. The way you do that is to take your bombilla and first compress the wet leaves to the side gently. This pile of leaves is called the mountain among mate drinkers. Then push the bombilla along the bottom of your gourd until it touches the opposite wall so it pushes the leaves from below. It's a good practice to cover the top of your mountain with your hand while you do that so the leaves won't fall out. This is the most difficult step in the process, but if your bombilla sits relatively stable, you likely did it properly. Now your mate is set up and ready to drink. Take your 70 degrees Celsius water and fill next to your mountain, but it's very important to not flood all the leaves at once. I often fill it just halfway the first few times to balance out the caffeine. When the water is in your mate, drink it immediately. It's very important to drink all of it, do not leave it in there, because it will turn bitter until your next refill. It might feel strange at first, but it's okay to slurp loudly with mate to remove even the last drops. If you have a fine cut yerba, it is possible for it to clog your bombilla, so when you try to sip, nothing comes through. If that happens, you can slightly pull the bombilla towards yourself while sucking it, which will give you a little water flow. If you drink like that, it will fix itself and give you a clean flow after 1 or 2 refills. If that happens frequently though, you might be adding too much yerba or need a better bombilla. After you had your first refill, your mate most likely looks like this. Not so nice. But you can fix it easily by rebuilding the mountain. Basically repeating what you did before, take out the bombilla, compress the leaves again and put it back the same way. If you refill it again and it collapses again, you can repeat this step more times, but after 2 or 3 rebuilds, it should stand stable for the rest of the day. From here, you can refill your mate again and again, and as soon as it starts to lose flavor, you can pour on the dry leaves as well or increase steeping time. Some people drink many refills of mate at once, whereas I like to divide it throughout the day, drinking a refill every hour or so and a bigger amount before I do sports. Altogether, I drink up to 1 liter of water from a coarse cut and 1.5 liter of water from a fine cut yerba, but many people keep them for even longer. So this is basically my mate routine. If it's a little overwhelming at first, I encourage you to watch the video step by step as you prepare your mate. Also tell me, what do you find the most challenging step in the mate ritual? Write it down in the comments so maybe other beginners can benefit from your experience. Thanks for watching and see you in the Mateverse.